My name's Tom McIvor. I'm an independent home inspector, and I'm happy to be working with the team Burlington Real Estate. When we do home inspections, we do inspections for both people selling their homes and people buying their homes. Those selling their homes, we try to identify things that need to be repaired, and this gives the seller a chance to either remedy the problem or get quotes on what it would cost to remedy the problem. The majority of our work is done with people buying homes. When you're buying a home, we give you a snapshot of the home in its present condition. We start on the outside, we walk around the yard. If there are fences, we check those out. We also check the grading around the house to make sure that the water is running away from your foundation. From there, we move to the surfaces on the outside of the home, the roof surfaces, the wall surfaces, and if there's a chimney present, we check the outside condition of that. Once the outside area is examined, we move inside. On the inside of the house, we start in the basement. We check the basement to make sure that there's no moisture penetrating in the basement that's visible. We go to the mechanicals and check the furnace. The furnace we check to make sure it's running properly. We check to see how old it is, and we check to make sure it's delivering airflow throughout the house. If the temperature permits, we check the air conditioning. Also checking to see how large it is, if it's working, and how old the unit is. From those mechanicals, we move on to the electrical system. The electrical system is checked out at the electrical panel to make sure that the panel cover is secure. Inside the panel, we check to make sure that there's no deficiency or overloading of wiring, and there's been no tampering inside that panel. We also check the receptacles and switches throughout the home to make sure there's power in those areas, and with the receptacles to make sure they're properly grounded, and if there's water nearby, that they are GFI protected. From the electrical, we move on to the plumbing. Checking the plumbing, just making sure that there are no leaks that are visible, and also that the drainage systems work properly. We move from the basement up to the kitchen of the home, checking out the delivery systems in the kitchen of the water, making sure that the faucets and the drains aren't leaking. We check to make sure if there's a stove hood, whether it's recirculating or venting outside. Also checking the cabinetry and making sure that it's all functioning properly. From the kitchen, we move to any bathrooms, checking out the appliances there, again for leaks in the faucets or the drains and the floor areas. From the bathrooms, we move to the surfaces of the house, the flooring, the walls, and also check out the windows. Once that's all done, we move to the attic, and in the attic we check for insulation, proper ventilation, and to make sure there's no water intruding inside the house. Once we've reviewed all these systems in the house, we generate a report for the buyer to sit down and review with the real estate agent, furthering their decision on purchasing this home. If you would like to contact me, you can do that at Tom McIvor at talkwireless.ca if you just have general questions, or if you would like to make an appointment for an inspection.